Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. For the new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. For the viewers, thank you for clicking this video. So guys, in today's video I am going to be talking about how I was able to flip $30 to $300 in just one day. Now, a little bit about background about me is, guys, I only trade one pair, the GBP/JPY, and I only trade one strategy called the SDI entry model. And guys, I've been trading for over 4 years now, and the experience that I've had has been able to help me create this strategy so well. Right now, guys, let's jump straight into my chart so I can explain to you exactly how I was able to catch this beautiful trade. Now, guys, on my chart, you're going to see, right, starting just from the get-go, you're going to see that price literally gave me an entry candle right here. Now, this specific candle was my entry pattern, which happened during the New York session, right? As you can see, price gave me a shooting star. Now, the reason I took this trade is very simple. Even though price has already been selling, price did not give me my entry, which is called the SDI entry model. And essentially, guys, the SDI entry model is very simple to understand. Price needs to give you a doji candle in an area of interest. Now, because I'm looking for sells, right, price needs to take out the high of that doji candle. When price takes out the high, then price needs to give me my entry pattern, which is now called the shooting star. Very simple. Now, if I was to scroll back to my chart, you're going to see, right, that even though price dumped very hard here, I wasn't scared, right, when price gave me the sell. Why? Because I already have so much belief in my strategy that I literally just took this trade. Now, like I told you guys, the first step to the SDI entry model is when price gives you a doji candle at our area of interest. So in this case here, if you look to the left of my chart, you're going to see that you have this gray box right here. Now, the gray box signifies the doji candles, right? Now, if I was to delete it, you're going to see that this candle right here is what we call a doji candle, right? So this was basically my doji candle right here. Now, you might say, oh, this is not a doji candle, but the way I define doji candles is either price opens and closes at the same price point, or price does give a big body doji candle, but that body is in between both wicks. So in this case here, I do believe that this body is in between both wicks, like literally in the middle, right? There is no like one is bigger than the other. It's literally in the middle. So with that being said, all I did was then I'll mark out that area as my area of entry, or basically a liquidity zone. Now, the idea behind this is I was waiting for price to take out the high of that doji candle, which it did. Now, if you notice, guys, it took a lot of days, right, or hours before price then now gave me a sell shooting star. And if you notice, guys, in that box, price never gave a shooting star candle until this entry right there, right? So when I was looking for sells, price needed to break or pass the high, which it finally did, right? In this candle right here, it passed the high, but then you literally have to wait for price to then now come back and then give a shooting star. So when price literally came back, right, and gave a shooting star right there, guys, I wasn't scared to even take a trade. So I literally took that trade right there. And guys, my original target was basically a 1 to risk reward, but guys, I literally had to increase it. Why? Because I literally had so much confidence in my belief, because I literally have so many confluences, right? The daily time frame too had a really good entry too, right? So if you notice, guys, if I zoom out, you're going to see that price, right, tapped my area of interest. As you can see, my area of interest is rejecting perfectly. As you can see, boom, 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 boom. But most importantly, right here, so if I was to zoom in, you can see that price was rejecting. When price sold above my doji candle, it then now retraced back down. I won't explain these entries, I'll leave it for a different video, but you can see it came back down, and then when it took out the high and then I came back down, it then now gave this entry right there, which is called a shooting star. So I literally took my trade. Why? Because the doji candle has been created, the high has been taken out, and price has given me a shooting star entry, right? So in this case right here, boom, price gave me a shooting star entry. We already know that price is literally at the high of the daily time frame, and if you go all the way to the top, you're going to see that price is simply trying to reject and create a daily candle, right? A bearish daily candle. So when price gave me that entry, I simply just took my trade. Now the kicker is, guys, how I was able to actually flip this was when price was in a drawdown. So if I was to play the market real quick, you're going to see that price actually came back up, all the way up, even close to my stop loss. But guys, this is literally the power of the SDI entry model, because we all know that price always goes into a drawdown 60% of the time, right? So when price went into a drawdown, I was too confident of this trade that I literally now took my second position from the top, right? So now this 1 to 4 that we are looking at has turned into a 1 to 10 risk to reward. Why? Because I took my trade from the top of the charts, right? And guys, literally price just tanked so beautifully, right? You can see that price tanked so beautifully right there. And this was basically how I was able to flip $30 all the way to 300. Why? Because I used the power of numbers, right? Obviously, we know that if I risk $10, right, for a 1 to 2, I will get 20. But if price goes into a drawdown like it did here, now that 1 to 10 or that 1 to 4 can actually be a potential 1 to 10, right? If you just enter from the top, risking the same, using the same stop loss. In this case here, I use the same stop loss, right, as my original entry, because my original entry had the same 40 pip stop loss. But guys, when price went to a drawdown, it had like 5 pip stop loss. So I simply used a 5 pip stop loss, right? And as you can see, price went straight into profit, right? But this is basically how I was able to flip $30 all the way to 300, right? Risking only $30. And guys, it's all about the SDI entry model, right? Because guys, literally, if you are scared, if you were sad that you missed this whole move here, which was me a couple years back, but honestly guys, I've been so numb to just trading that now I understand, right, that all you literally have to do is just wait for your setup to come, and I guarantee you guys, you will literally make money. Literally just wait for your setup to come. That is that simple. And it's been so clockwork that I've literally been able to hit back-to-back trades, but I will leave that for a different video. But guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I really hope you guys get a lot from this, and I'll see you guys in a different video. Peace.